Last time you played down at Belrive, you got GWS by 150. It's going to be a fair old different task this weekend.
Yeah, no doubt. It's I think it's a great opportunity for the people of Hobart to come out and see some top level footy, and Nick Nat-Nui and Dean Cox and Daniel Kerr and all these great players that the West Coast have had, and we've found some pretty reasonable form. Still got some things to work on, but we're expecting a fierce clash down there, and it'd be great for the people of Hobart to come out and see it. Still plenty of tickets left for the game, so let's hope we get a really strong North Melbourne presence.
I suppose the big talk after the weekend's game was that North has perhaps turned the corner. This is where you're really tested, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, we've been tested against Adelaide and St Kilda too, so we're under no illusions that we've still got a lot of work to do, and we've said that repeatedly throughout the season. Even when we've had good wins this year and we've had some disappointing losses, we still the coaching staff and the match committee haven't lost sight of the fact that we've still got a lot of things we've got to work on and we've got to improve on to bridge the gap between us and the best. And this is just another opportunity to test ourselves and see where we're at.
Brad, I know you touched on it on the radio in the week, but just your kids sort of growing up to be ready to sort of take on the men of the competition. How hard has that been for you? And there must have been some frustration at times, I imagine.
Oh, not frustration. More just it's almost you feel frustrated for them because I'm at the end of the day I am the one putting them in the position where they're competing against bigger, stronger opponents, and sometimes I even I've felt a little bit guilty in the past doing that. But it's been really important that we bring some young players through to support Boomer and Drew Petrie and Daniel Wells and the like, and I think those guys are really relishing the opportunity now and taking on more responsibility and relishing the opportunity that we've given them.
So we've seen West Coast have dished up pretty consistently over the last couple of years now. How ready are your blokes to combat that?
Oh, time will tell. I mean, we do take heart from the fact that that we've had some pretty good clashes against West Coast in the past, and we haven't. I think we haven't played them in Melbourne for quite a period of time, and it's been over in Patterson Stadium. But we feel Blundstone Arena at Hobart's a real home ground advantage for us, and we had a great North Melbourne presence down there in round 2, and we expect that to be in our favour. But you look at the quality of the West Coast side, and while they have got superstars, it's more the evenness and the discipline to adhere to their game structure that sets them apart from everyone else. So that'll be a great disciplinary challenge for us.
How big an advantage for you that you've played a game there already at Belrive?
Not too much of an advantage, to be honest. I think that that West Coast have proven that they're a good side anywhere, and I think that people talk about winning away from home, but really, I mean, the good sides just win anywhere. So I don't think we're going to get too much of an advantage in terms of the ground dimensions and the surface. But what I do think will be an advantage for us is the North Melbourne presence and the people of Hobart really coming out and supporting us. And we're doing our best to embrace the community down there, and we hope they get on board and back us in.
I feel like it's got some real confidence as a player group going into this sort of match too, so it'd be pretty important to have it too, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think we've played two good oppositions in the last 2 weeks, beating Adelaide and then St Kilda on the weekend, who probably been a bogey side for us in the past. So look, we're looking forward to it because West Coast, informed team of the competition, obviously in the top 4 and a very, very good team, and obviously going to be there in September. So for us to go out and play against a good team again for 3 weeks in a row is another challenge for our youngish type of group, but something we're looking forward to. We'll go out there and put our best foot forward, and we'll see how we go from there.
Can you just give a couple of thoughts on Daniel Wells? Obviously his last quarter was amazing last week, but you've seen where he's come from all those years ago, and particularly in the pre-season last year when he's come through again. Can you just give your thoughts on him generally?
Look, Daniel Wells is always going to be a very, very good player, and he has been for a long time. No one sees what he does away from the football club in terms on the ground. The way he trains, there's probably not a harder trainer at the footy club. His professionalism, the way he treats the young guys around a football club. He's a fantastic leader, hence why he's in the leadership group now. And that just took a little while to develop, but he was always going to be a good player, and that's just starting to come out now. And the good thing about it, he's still got a lot more improvements to do.
Is that form you saw on the weekend as good as you've seen from him? Is that just a sign that there is
Yeah.
more to come?
No, it's definitely a sign that there's more to come, and that's the promising thing for our young group, to have someone like Daniel with Andrew and Jack being such a young leadership group. The future's pretty bright for our football club when you've got people like Daniel Wells leading the way.
Is he a good case study too, given the sort of hardship and criticism and all the stuff that he came through early days?
Yeah, I think that was from it wasn't from within the football club in terms of the people here. So, we know how to deal with that. And well, as I said, Wells is very, very professional in the way he goes about it. He probably takes that stuff on the chin, has a look at it, keeps what he needs to keep, and then just moves on. But he's as I said, he's been a very, very good player for a long time.
Brad, Brendan Goddard got a couple of weeks for his little run-in with Sam Ryan. How did Sam pull up after the game? Is there any lingering injury?
Oh no, he's fine. He's fine, and he'll train this afternoon. And our medical report reflected that it was, we thought it was on the minor end, and so no, Sam's fine. He'll be okay to play.
He's here as well, mate. Must give you a fair bit of faith about what the club's doing and where it's heading and that sort of stuff.
That's fantastic. I think there's about 800. I think it was above 800 today. And you look at the Melbourne weather in the last week. It probably hasn't been fantastic, but for 800 odd kids to turn out and their families to bring them out, it's a fantastic fantastic day. And you're right, it's a bright future for a football club, not only on the field but off the field when you've got so many kids and supporters turning up. And looks like they all had a ball. We've got a young fella just sitting in the front here, ready to get in the presser.
Did the boys get into you about being the king of the kids, mate?
No, they sort of lose track of me. They're all about the same height as me, so I can sort of get through and not to get too much slack.